Okay, I got half a bucket pushed through the sluice. Like the last time we were in the river, it's running a little bit slow. A little better than last time. We've had quite a bit of rain. As a lot of you probably know, it's been rainy lately, so it's brought the level of the river up. And we got a little bit faster flow, but still, again, we don't have enough pitch right here. See, I built a little wing dam and raised the front of the box up. So, considering that we don't have quite enough flow again, I did bring my 1/4" classifier and we're going to use that, but I do see one little piece of gold in there. Not sure if you're going to be able to see it right off the end of my finger down in there. Don't know if you can see that, but that's a good sign already. Considerable amount of black sand like usual. Yeah, it warmed right up. I had to take my Flower Gold Wizard sweatshirt off. That thing's pretty warm. Changed from my winter hat to my baseball cap, but pretty nice out. Hopefully that lens isn't too foggy. I dropped my phone in the river again. Talked about how I was going to grab my 1/4" classifier because the 1/2" just wasn't running through there very good. Typical on this river. Not a lot of elevation to get your sluice running right, so. But I was wrong. It's not a 1/4" classifier. It's only 1/8". We're not going to get any gold that's not going to fit through those holes, so I'm not really too worried about it. But that's going to help the material run through the box, so that's what we're doing. I'm getting ready to run that next bucket, but I've noticed these higher water levels are pretty nice. I can almost float my bucket right down the river. I wish I could set up there someplace in my sluice, but I can't, so I'm just kind of floating those buckets down here to my sluice. Eighth-inch classifier is a little harder to use to get that material down through those small holes, but that's okay. It helps out on the sluice box, so that's why we're using that. And again, I'm just working that top layer. While I'm digging, I'm scanning around for arrowheads or any kind of artifacts because they've been known to be in this area. And actually, as I was driving in, there's a cornfield down just a little ways that I've done okay. I found a few arrowheads in it, and on our way out, I think we'll stop out there and walk some of the rows. I didn't go and look in there this spring before they planted or after they plowed or anything, so they just cut the corn off. It's safe to get in there without ruining any crops, and we'll go see if we can find an arrowhead. But until then, let's find some more gold. Okay, before we feed that next bucket, maybe I can show you the little bit of gold that's in the box that's visible. There's one right there, one right next to it, one down in there, not sure if you can see it. And on the VDR, I think there's one right on the edge right there, see it? I think this is going to be the last half a bucket. And then we're going to take one off the beach and test that area over on here. And test that over in there. Half a bucket through there. Push that through, see if there's any gold there. We'll just keep note of it visibly. After we run this one, we'll let it clear out as we're digging the other one off the beach. Come back and see if we see any visible gold. Take note of it, run the bucket off the beach, and see if there's anything new on the mat. Okay, that's not the technical scientific way to do it, but that's the way we're gonna do it. Beautiful day. Stay tuned. Boy, those trees are starting to get some color in them. Looking very nice. It's a beautiful day. I took about 1/4 of a bucket off the beach and ran that through. I'm not seeing anything new from there. There was some black sand in it, but not as much as the bank up here has. So we're just gonna stay here for a minute, relax, and let this baby do its magic and wash all those lights out. You can see everything moving around in there. We'll give it a few minutes and do a proper cleanup, see what gold we get. Then we'll walk over to that cornfield and walk a couple rows, see if there's any arrowheads sticking out saying hi. Oh, is that the eagle? No, there's a blue heron though. Okay. Let's sit here, relax, and let this baby clean out. Well, I got her all cleaned up. So I had about 3 1/4 buckets. Got a few pieces in there. I don't know if you'll be able to see them. One there, 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 one there. And some of it washed back, so there's one there. What we're gonna do is take all this back home and run it through the cleanup sluice and try to minimize some of this black sand and see what we get. So that's the plan for that. We'll take this stuff back to the shop and run it through and see what we get. So let's get out of here. We'll go over to that cornfield and see if we can find any arrowheads. Okay, we're over here at the cornfield. We're gonna look for some arrowheads. Let me just duck down here to show you an example of spots to look. I don't know if you can see this, hopefully you can, but there's a little rise right here in the field. You see that? And on the other side of it is kind of a channel that flows out through that way. Well, that tells me is back in the day when the natives were around, the river might have flowed through that channel and they would camp right on those high spots. So like whenever you get a lot of rain and you drive past all the cornfields and hay fields, you see those wet spots out in the fields. It could be the old river channel, and you might want to concentrate on those higher areas that are next to those old channels. But if I find anything, I'll bring you back in. Okay. Cross your fingers. So what I'm looking for while I'm out looking for arrowheads is these harder stones, and I'll show you one right here. It's like a flint or a chert, but they just give a different shine to them. Let me find another one here. There's a little piece right there. See how that looks almost shiny? That's a little piece of flint. A little piece of flinty chert, whatever you want to exactly call it. It's more a flint. And there's natural pieces all over the place. So what you do is kind of get your eye adjusted to those harder black stones. Arrowheads aren't always black, but once you train your eyes to look for those harder stones, then you'll be able to pick it all out. No, I thought I just saw one here, or a piece of one possibly. I wanted to bring in and have a look at it with you. See it right here? Kind of got some worked edges on it. That could be a shard where they were making them, and this is just a discard. Alright, it's not an arrowhead, but we'll keep on looking. You never know unless you try, right? Well, there's a couple more shards I found. Still working at it. Like I said, a lot of natural flint, and sometimes the natural flint pieces around here will get broken by the plow and they'll look like a shard, but you can tell by just the way they look that they've been worked, and there's been pressure applied to break pieces off, or to break the piece off the larger piece, if you know what I mean. So we found 2 shards in this one row right here. We'll walk up this row, and what I do is scan like a bit of a distance, 3 or 4 rows, and then I'll jump over 4 or 5 rows and then come back. So let's do that. What's this? Nope. Just another chunk of it. You can see the hardness of it though. Okay, I won't bring you along the whole time. I won't bring you in anymore unless I find something, okay? And if we don't, I'll see you back at the house and we'll run those concentrates and see what gold we got. Okay, we made it back to the house. Got a new sticker on the board. A&M Prospecting. Did a little sticker trade with him. Anyway, we got the cons here in a bucket. Gonna have to classify them out a little bit. We got the cleanup sluice over here running. Not quite sure of the pitch, but we'll adjust the water flow as we go, as needed. You can see the water is pretty dirty. I usually collect the rainwater to fill this thing up, and I didn't. So now we're got some dirty water, but I do have some surfactant in there to make it so the gold don't float. Let's get that those concentrates classified out and run them through. Okay, let's sort these all out. Got this typical strainer size right there. Get a little bit of water here. Okay, I think we got them all. Not going to be anything interesting in the beds, I don't think. But hey, you never know. Might as well have a look, right? Get another pan to dump that in. Oh, my pans are full. Alright. Anyway, I'll get another pan. I gotta go fetch one, and we'll dump that in there and see if there's anything in the bigs. I doubt it, but you never know. Okay, got another pan here. Dump that in there. Let's have a look. I doubt there's going to be any bigger pieces in here. Almost guarantee there isn't, but we'll give it a quick look. A couple small pieces of quartz. I'm not seeing any gold though, which is to be expected. Alright, so get some more water out of here. Good little pile of black sand there, I'd say. Get some of that dirty water out of there. Yeah. It's all mostly black sand right there. Okay. We'll push that over the cleanup sluice and get the gold out of it. I like gold. Okay. Got a little spoon here. Looks like the water might be a little fast. We'll turn it down just a little bit. There we go. We're not really going to be able to see what's going on in there because of the dirty water, but I pretty much got an idea how to run this. Got a little bit of practice with it, but I know if you run it too slow, it hangs on to too much. And if you run it too fast, it spits too much out. There's a fine line right there. But I won't bore you with feeding all this through. I'll just take my time and get this stuff through here. I won't bring you along the whole way. I'll bring you back when we're close to the end. In the meantime, I'm going to get some rocks ready for tumbling. I got some that I washed off with soapy water, and I'll get them the next aggregate in there and get them ready to tumble. You can probably hear that rock tumbler going over there. That's on stage 4 right now. But I got these rocks in the mail from Dave Van. I don't remember who you are, Dave, and I'm sorry about that. I know that we had interaction quite some time ago. You might have won a contest from me on Facebook or something. I believe you went by a different name on Facebook. But anyway, thanks for the rocks. He sent them saying he didn't know who else to send them to, and maybe I could give them a good cleaning. So that's what we'll do with those. We'll get those in some iron out. See what they turn out to be. Looks like some quartz crystal action going on there. We'll clean them up and see what happens. And also, while I got you on, I won this bag of Tom's gold pay dirt from an auction that M&M Prospecting had. This is a sample bag, and from what I hear, Tom's gold dirt is no longer in business, so they almost called this like a collector's item. I shake it, I can't see little piece of gold in there, but see how long I itch until I open that thing up, or maybe I never will. Tell me what you think. Do I open it up or do I hang on to it as a collector's item? Let's get some iron out in these babies and let them soak for a while. Okay, I got all those cons run through there. Can't see nothing in there like I was saying. Let's shut it off here. See if we see any gold in there. Looks like we might have been hanging on to a little too much black sand. That's okay. See a piece of gold right there. Not really seeing anything else, but we know there's more in there. Looks like it didn't do too bad. It cleaned out pretty good down those cells and whatnot. Could have been running a little bit hotter. That's okay. Alright. I'll get this in a pan here pretty quick. Oh, I see another little speck right there. I'll get this in a pan. Let's have a look at the gold we got. Alright, I got that all cleaned up. Let's try and have a look at the gold here. See that there? There's one piece in there that I wasn't really sure about. I was going to have to look at under my loupe. It's that one right there. Kind of got a rusty tinge on it, but I see some yellow poking through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me count them off camera here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 10. Got 10 pieces. 3 buckets, 3 half buckets, and a quarter bucket off the beach. I'll look at that piece sometime and see what that is. But that's not too bad. I'll get my, I'll add this in with the New York gold. All the gold since I found that picker, so-called picker. Put it all together and see what it looks like for our New York gold. The other part of my New York gold I accidentally put in with a 1,000 subscriber giveaway goal, which isn't a big deal, but I was hoping to see it all in the end for the year, you know. Alright, let's get this all together with the other goal we got this year since the big picker. Well, there's all that New York gold since that big picker. It doesn't look like much because it's not, but there's a lot of micros in there you can't even see. That one bigger piece is kind of reflective. You can't tell how yellow it is. Not too bad though for New York. Well, we counted 10 pieces on the cleanup, so the math doesn't add up. We must have lost some. Here's the tailings. Let me go through them and see if we can find that lost gold. So I got those 4 pieces in there. Must be we were just running that thing incorrectly. We couldn't see because the water was too dirty. We'll fix that for next time, but there's the 4 pieces right there. And a little bit better pieces too. Okay, there we go. There's the 14 we saw on the river. Okay, folks, that's about it for this video. If you liked it, hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. It doesn't cost anything. I subscribe to channels all the time if I like their content. We'll get out again and do something. It was really nice getting out and finding some more gold. Like I said during the video, it's been about a month, so get a little itchy to find some yellow, and we did. Not much, but a little bit to add to the New York pile. Pretty soon we might get out and do some metal detecting and probably find some more gold. But until then, take care, and remember as always, have fun.